the metaverse. Is there a huge opportunity here, or is it all just hype? That's what we're going to be talking about in this morning's video. We're actually going to go into the metaverse, have a look around, and hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer understanding of what's actually happening in this digital space. Good morning, everybody. Now, before we do that, let's have a very quick look at the markets. We can see Bitcoin trying to make a comeback overnight at 49,000 US dollars, Ethereum up slightly, and the market in general just trying to make a comeback. We've got Solana at 184 US dollars, and of course, one of my favorite coins, Matic, at $2.47. If we have a quick look at AltCoinTrader, we can see we've got Bitcoin trading at 792,000 Rand for a single coin. Just a couple of weeks ago, we were over the million Rand mark. We've seen a lot of volatility, but this is crypto. We know that that can be expected. Let's get into the metaverse and see what's going on. Now, the metaverse, we've been speaking about it a long time. A lot of people saying, wow, make a video on the metaverse. It is certainly a topic. There's opportunity there. And it's no secret that Facebook has recently rebranded to Meta, which has caused a lot of cryptocurrencies to go parabolic, especially currencies that are metaverse related. If we go to CoinMarketCap, we can see here you can actually go to a tab called Metaverse, and you'll see a lot of the coins here. We've got Decentraland in first position, Axie Infinity, which we all know is a play-to-earn game, and Sandbox. I think at this stage, the two metaverse projects that are leading the charge are, of course, Decentraland and Sandbox. Sandbox recently in alpha. A lot of people that were able to get invitations to the alpha opening spent a lot of time in there, and a lot of exciting things happening. But is there really an opportunity for the metaverse? And if there is an opportunity, how do we make sure that we don't miss out on making some of those sweet gains and those returns? The best way that I can explain it is, if you cast your minds back to 2010 or even earlier, as South Africans, the World Cup, the Soccer World Cup was coming to South Africa in 2010. I remember the announcement of the World Cup and how exciting it was, because we were all going to make so much money. As a country, we were going to make a lot of money when all these tourists came into South Africa to watch the 2010 World Cup. But what we found unraveling was that this money that was going to flow into the country, and indeed there was a huge amount. We saw our roads being upgraded, we saw our infrastructure being upgraded. But as an individual, as a person on the street, I mean, if you were a car salesman, there was no money coming your way. If you were a security guard, there was no money coming your way. You had to be an entrepreneur that identified the opportunity and took advantage of it. And I think it's going to be very similar with the metaverse. There is no obvious huge opportunity that you can make money with the metaverse. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there's no opportunity. I'm just saying that most people, even people in the crypto space, are not going to be getting rich with the metaverse. There will, of course, be a select few that will identify the opportunities and capitalize on them. So back to the World Cup. If you had a hotel that was empty and you had the ability and the forethought to triple the prices and know that in that period, the months of the World Cup, you were going to be fully booked at astronomical prices, that was where opportunities were made. That is how people made money. Not only that, but similar operations. And it's going to be very similar in the metaverse. If you can identify that opportunity, you can take advantage of it. Now, the metaverse is not really a destination at this stage. And this is just simply my opinion. Right now, the metaverse is more of a concept. Once again, don't get me wrong. Of course, you can go into the metaverse. There are multiple metaverses. You can go in, you can look around. But as we see things progress, as we see this idea, this concept of the metaverse expand, there will be places where you can actually go into and make use of the metaverse. Now, let's quickly take a look at some of the opportunities. You can see I've been talking about the metaverse for a long time. Yeah, we've got me making a video on Decentraland 2 years ago. Yeah, we've got another one, NFTs, Decentraland, that was a year ago. So it's been a theme that's been popping up quite often. And I think on this video, 2, 3, 4 years ago, I bought a piece of land and it was 9,000 Rand is what I paid for it. If you convert the Ethereum to Mana to Rand, it was around about 9,000 Rand. Right now, that piece of land is worth 300,000. So right there's an opportunity. Anyone who bought a lot of Mana coin, which is the native coin for Decentraland, if you just held on to that, shortly after the announcement of Facebook going to Meta, that coin and a lot of the other MetaVerse coins just pumped and went astronomically high. There's another opportunity. So if you had the foresight to buy Sandbox, Decentraland, or any of those main MetaVerse coins, by the time Mark Zuckerberg announced Facebook rebranding, you were in a really good position because you saw 5, 6, or even more times growth on those coins. So are these opportunities still available? If you go and buy a piece of land in Decentraland right now, the cheapest land you can get, as I said, around about 300,000 Rand, will it be worth $1 million in years to come? Well, possibly. But is this growth because of the metaverse, or is this growth just simply because cryptocurrency in general has gone up in par with that? I'd like to argue that it's probably because of the rise in cryptocurrency in general more than the drive in the metaverse. Because without this cryptocurrency infrastructure and without these increases in price of cryptocurrency, we probably wouldn't have seen Mana, Sandbox, or Sand and those coins going up like that, because it needed the infrastructure, it needed the backbone. So guys, I would like to hear from you in the comments below if I've missed something, if there is a glaring opportunity that we could all take advantage of to see this transfer of wealth specifically in the metaverse, or is this just a cryptocurrency opportunity and basically anything you buy, you're going to make gains over time? Now, in closing, as I promised, we are going to actually go into the metaverse, or at least into one of the metaverses, because in the future, there won't be a single metaverse. There will be multiple areas where you can go to. There will be multiple metaverses. Some will be free, some will be paid, some will be more pleasure related, some will be more business related. And that is how I see the space rolling out. So if we go into the metaverse, and right now we're going to go into Decentraland, we can have a look around here. It's evening in Decentraland at the place that I'm in, and we're on a random street corner. You can see that it's really quite fun. It's really quite intuitive. We've got some Christmas themes. We've got snowmen. We've got candy canes. We've got snowy trees, and we can run around in here and simply explore, and that's quite exciting. Now, what I want to show you is a lot of companies, including AltCoinTrader, we've gone and established headquarters in the metaverse. So right here in Decentraland, and I will leave a link to the description if you guys want to go and check out our headquarters. You can see here's an AltCoinTrader building. You can go into the building. You can look around. We've got some paintings on the wall or pictures on the walls. And it really is just a lot of fun. We've got like a new glass building, probably change this building, mess around. The idea behind this is that we are just trying to stay up to date with what is happening, the trends that are taking place, and everything that is happening. Let's just go out. Guys, I'm not a gamer, so I'm not really that au fait with a lot of these controls. But as you can see, a lot of fun, a lot of exploration that can be done. And I think in the future, you might be able to come in here, or in fact, you definitely will be able to come in here. We could meet in here, we could chat, we could audio chat, we could text chat. And this would be a common place for people to come and just hang out. But more importantly, you could also go into the metaverse, have meetings, or have class, have school. There are multiple opportunities with the metaverse. You can see it's not very built up. There's a building, we've got a neighbor over there, but mostly the land is still vacant. Although a lot of this land is owned, people are not building right now, but in other areas of Decentraland, there's a lot more buildings going on. There's a lot more things happening. There's a guy who's bought a plot of land, built something. This is around the back of the AltCoinTrader offices. We can see that there's a sort of a fashion studio. Here's a zombie game type environment. And a lot of fun, a lot of excitement inside the metaverse. We can see everything that is going to go. But more importantly, we can see the massive opportunities. And we're only limited by our imagination, if that makes sense. We can do so much. There's so many things that can happen in the metaverse. But right now, if we're looking at things that are practical, I think it's safe to say that if you were going to have a business meeting, you would probably just do it in Zoom or any of those products where you can have a meeting, where you can share a screen, and it is a lot more conducive to meet in an environment like that, at least for business right now. But certainly the metaverse is here. This is a concept that is going to build. And as we see the world trending more digital, as we see ourselves getting more and more immersed into the digital space, places like the metaverse, places that you can go online and either do business, do education, hang out, gaming, the list just goes on, are going to be absolutely massive. So guys, that's just my take on the metaverse. It is here. It's very exciting. There's a lot of things that are going to happen. We are going to really have a lot of fun in the metaverse, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities. I would say in closing that with the metaverse, the thing to do is to certainly keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on what is happening in the space, and keep your eyes and your mind and your thoughts focused on any opportunities that might come up. Because as I said, if you're an entrepreneur and you have an idea, or if you build a business or a game or a school or anything that can take off in the space, the possibilities are endless and the opportunities are massive. But right now, it is a conceptual idea which will develop over the years to come. And I think, although it's very exciting, there's no obvious massive opportunity for us to make money here right now. But that's just my opinion. And guys, I could simply be wrong. If you guys like the content that I bring you, I'd ask you to subscribe and hit that like button so that this content can get out to as many people as possible. Let me know your views on the metaverse. Have I missed something? Is there an absolutely amazing opportunity that is going to develop? Is it more of a concept, or do you consider it a destination right now? That's it from me, guys. I'm out.